We're back in Walt Disney World, Florida. We've been here a few times over the last couple of years and we've brought you guys along for the ride! So we thought we'd share with you some of our favourite things to do
in
all 4 Disney parks. So you know what to look out for on your trip. From thrill rides to dark rides.
From shows to gluten-free snacks.
And last but not least, we'll be staying at the Polynesian Village Resort in a club level room so we can check out everything it has to offer. So strap on your ears and hold on tight because we're going on the ultimate Disney park adventure. Hey everybody, and welcome to video 2 in our Disney theme park series this year. Today we'll be checking out Animal Kingdom, home of wild animals both alive and extinct. An amazing roller coaster that sends you hurtling through a mountain backwards.
And possibly the best themed land in any theme park anywhere.
And the best theme park attraction anywhere in the world as well.
Okay baby, I want to get a nice picture of you. Come to your right. Your right, might be there. A bit more, and then maybe step back a couple of paces. Another step to the right, a bit more to the left. There. Perfect. Kick. Perfect. Now, most people rush straight into the parks to get on the rides, but I think it's always worth spending a couple of minutes on your way in to have a look at the animals and the quiet, peaceful area as you enter the park. There's always a lot of ducks. You don't have to call them all Donald, like someone I know, but it's always a lovely time to look around.
And a trip to Animal Kingdom is not a trip to Animal Kingdom if you don't start off with a photo by the tree.
Yeah, it is obligatory, it has to be done, and there's always loads of photo pass stands available.
The Tree of Life itself is the main centrepiece of the park and stands 145 feet tall in the heart of Discovery Island. It features 300 intricately detailed animal carvings on its trunk and its roots spread out for around half an acre. It serves as a symbol of the interconnectedness of all living things and promotes Disney's commitment to wildlife conservation and environmental stewardship. Inside the tree, there's a theatre where guests can experience It's Tough to Be a Bug, a 3D film attraction featuring characters from the Pixar film A Bug's Life. Unfortunately though, this show is set to close sometime this year in 2024, but as of the time of recording this, no date has officially been announced. So if you do want to check this one out, it is now or never. Right at the back of the park is the Africa area, and one of the attractions there is the Kilamanjaro Safaris. Now, top tip for this one, get here as early as you can. The earlier the better, as it'll be cooler, the animals will be more active, and you'll get to see more of them. We like to do this attraction as our first of the day after making our way into the park. However, if you can't make this or you want to spend your time looking around before making it here, as it is at the back of the park, your next best bet is late afternoon. Just be sure to avoid the midday crowds as the line can get long and the animals are less active in the midday heat. You board a safari vehicle and embark on a guided tour through multiple African landscapes, encountering a variety of exotic animals in their natural habitats. These include elephants, giraffes, rhinos and lions, and if you're lucky you might even get to see one roar. We did have a Lion King moment the one time, but unfortunately I didn't have my camera, but it does happen. We found that sitting on either side of the vehicle provides you with a good view, varying throughout the attraction, but saying that, I think we prefer the left-hand side given the choice. If you did enjoy this, but you want something a bit more up close and personal and a bit more one-to-one with one of the keepers of the park, you can do the safari experience, which we did when we stayed at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. Just be sure to book that in advance. It is pre-payment and it does sell out quickly, so you will have to book 60 days in advance, but you get taken out on a similar thing as the regular attraction. But as well as that, you also get food. You'll be in a small group of about 6 of you, so you get a better view, and the keepers will explain a lot more and go into a lot more depth. So it's definitely worth doing if this is something that interests you. Now the safari drops you off right at the entrance to Gorilla Falls, so it's only a natural fit that we do that next. This is a walking trail featuring animals such as hippos, gorillas and meerkats. It offers a variety of enclosures with plenty of chances to learn about the animals. When we visited recently, we were lucky enough to see a newborn baby gorilla called Ada, who is a bit older now, but still young and totally adorable. We like to take our time here and slowly wander around before heading out to the rest of the park.
So apparently, a copy is part giraffe. So I might crack the joke, which part of it is the giraffe, and the trainer had absolutely no idea what I was going on about. Neither did anybody else, and I feel like my humour is lost here in America.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy seeing the hippo?
I did, I like the
You
hippo.
like the hippo?
It's my spirit animal.
Did you sit there and wade in the water and feeds and sleeps
Yep.
and kills anything that comes close?
Yeah, pretty much.
We've been coming to Disney World for about 5 years now. We've still never done this next one, which is animation experience at Rafiki's Planet Watch. Are you going to have a go?
I mean, writing's my thing, drawing is not. Maybe. We'll see.
So right next door to Gorilla Falls is Rafiki's Planet Watch. This is an educational and interactive area where you can learn more about wildlife conservation and animal care. It starts with a scenic train ride followed by a trail leading up to the conservation station. This houses interactive experiences such as the animation experience, which we'll be doing shortly, where you can learn to draw Disney characters from a Disney artist in a step-by-step instructional session.
This is a blank piece of paper. Very soon, it will be my art.
Now, you don't need to be an artist or even close to it to enjoy this. In fact, you don't need any drawing skills at all. Claire was convinced she'd be rubbish at this and it would turn out terrible.
Very good, high five.
Look, Mum, I finally drew something.
You finally drew something.
We can't take it home.
Yeah, and you told me you couldn't draw. Well, apparently you can. Now, before we went in, you claimed that you couldn't draw.
I did. I made those bold claims. I said I could not draw to save my life, and the man said my life would not be in danger. So I should not worry and I should draw.
And I think you did pretty well. Very nice. I think you did very well. Do you know what I think that means? That deserves. Okay.
Drawing, completed it, mate.
I don't think I did too badly.
Ooh, that's professional.
I said I didn't know what I'd do if it turned out bad, and it turned out all right. So, win-win, winner, chicken dinner.
And you're allowed dinner and stuff.
Yeah. So, putting yours on the wall there.
Yeah.
I think we're going to put yours on the wall.
But the end result was far from it. Just look at her proud little face and that big smile. Be sure to give it a go and unleash the inner artist in you. There is also a petting zoo here for anyone who wants to get up close and personal with some domesticated animals like goats and sheep. I mean, it's not for us, but I imagine it would go down pretty well with any younger children. Next up is Nomad Lounge, which is somewhere we always make sure we stop by whenever we visit Animal Kingdom.
Because it's not a trip to the most magical place on earth without churros.
And this is where we can get gluten-free churros, which even the muggles like. So this is where we're going.
Just like the fried chicken in Hollywood Studios is Primetime Cafe, this one is famous in the gluten-free community. Disney is well known for its churros in its parks around the world, and here, even you gluten-free folk get to join in with the fun. As a muggle and someone who can eat both the regular and the gluten-free versions, I'd say they're pretty close to the original ones. They're light, fluffy, and with the dipping sauces, which do seem to change a lot to be fair. So what you get when you visit could be anyone's guess, though there's usually some kind of chocolate, strawberry or vanilla dip. They are divine. We usually come here for a midday snack and book ahead of time using the app. You can walk up, but there's usually a wait and that can vary in length quite a bit, so it's probably best to book ahead. There is also sit-down dining available if you don't fancy just popping in for a snack and a drink by the bar. The food here was pretty good and the gluten-free options for Claire were great. Though saying that, I personally didn't get to experience as much. I was very much on a restricted diet at the time when we visited RunDisney. Link in the description. Like I said though, we usually just visit for the snacks and a quick drink, but both options are there should you choose.
Now, a trip to the Animal Kingdom isn't a trip to the Animal Kingdom, but the Festival of the Lion King.
Now this one's a classic, and like the Beauty and the Beast show over in Hollywood Studios, is one of the cherished memories I have from my visit as a child. It's a vibrant and immersive stage show celebrating the music and characters from the, you guessed it, Lion King. It has audience participation with performers, both human and animal, performing acrobatics, fire breathing, as well as superb singing and dancing. Crowds are split into 4 sections around the centre stage, with each section having their own leader, including Simba, Pumbaa, an elephant and a giraffe. This one, for me at least, is definitely a must-do, but if Finding Nemo is more yours or your kids' cup of tea, now their kids should be drinking tea, then you can head over to Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond, which is located between Asia and Dinoland, USA. This show uses puppetry, live performers, colourful costumes, and original songs to bring to life the story of Finding Nemo. That brings us nicely onto our next top pick for Animal Kingdom, which is Expedition Everest. One of the things I really do love about Disney, and it is really quite impressive, is how, through the use of forced perspective and scale manipulation, they can make items appear larger than they actually are. You can see this throughout the parks, with Main Street USA and the iconic castles being the perfect examples of this. And I'll go into more detail on how this works when we cover the Magic Kingdom later on in this series. So if you haven't already and are interested in that, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell icon so you'll be notified when it comes out. And while we're on the topic of it, next up is Expedition Everest, and I promise I'm going to do my best not to scream and deafen you this time.
Please don't deafen me.
Because I have a habit of doing that.
I'm going to join in. Are you ready? I'm going to join in with all the screaming. Here we go.
Expedition Everest is currently the only roller coaster in Animal Kingdom, with Primeval Whirl in Dinoland USA closing a couple of years ago. It's a great ride as it takes you on a high-speed train journey through the Himalayan mountains. Guests are treated to a fabricated history of Yeti sightings in the region as you traverse the queue, only to run into the real thing as you'll hurtle through the inside of the mountain backwards.
You ready to go backwards? 3, 2, 1. Where you go backwards gets me every time.
This ride isn't for the faint of heart, and in terms of roller coasters at Disney at least, it is up there with the better ones. It's also a popular stop for anyone who takes part in the Disney Marathon every January, as runners can jump on with no wait times during the race. So for any thrill seekers out there and you're spending the day at Animal Kingdom, make sure you do this one, because it's going to be your only chance to actually do a roller coaster. And just a hop, skip and a jump from Asia over to Dinoland USA is our next stop, which makes me sad as it's a favourite of mine and Claire's. Not only because it normally has short queues and makes for a quick experience when strapped for time, or you just don't fancy queuing for hours like some of the other rides, also because of its charm. Unfortunately though, it is set to close in the near future, although an official date hasn't been announced at the time of recording this video. So, like it's tough to be a bug, if you do want to ride this one and it's still open by the time you visit, be sure to add it to your list. I think on our last trip, knowing it was probably the last time we'd get to experience it, we rode it around 5 or 6 times. We did try to get a photo, but Disney Photo Pass kept Mike Wazowski and me, no matter how many times I tried. So Claire got a nice one, I did not. The ride starts with a short video with a mischievous scientist explaining how we'll be sending you and your fellow riders to moments before the asteroid impact that wiped out the dinosaurs in order to bring back an iguanodon, which, for those who don't know, is the main character of the movie Dinosaur, which came out way back in the year 2000.
They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it!
This ride is bumpy, to say the least, so make sure you listen to cast members and empty your pockets and put all your belongings into the pouches in front of you and remove any haps, because you will lose them. No shadow of a doubt. It's almost happened a couple times to me and I was lucky not to. It's a dark ride and probably not suitable for really small kids that are easily frightened, but if you have someone like that in your party, there's always Triceratops Spin just next door in Dino-Rama. Think Dumbo in Magic Kingdom or Aladdin's Flying Carpet, but with Triceratopses instead. I believe Dinosaur is going to be replaced with an Indiana Jones themed ride, and if it's anything like the ones in California and Tokyo, then the new ride will be fantastic. So it's not all doom and gloom, it's just a shame to see such a classic ride go the way of the dinosaurs.
When it comes to theming, Disney doesn't do it any better than Pandora here in Animal Kingdom.
Pandora, the world of Avatar, is an immersive land, transporting guests to the lush and alien world of Pandora from James Cameron's films.
Look wistfully in the distance.
Like that.
Developed through a collaboration between Disney Imagineers and Cameron's team, it features breathtaking landscapes, including floating mountains and bioluminescent flora.
Supposed to be drums. I feel like they're supposed to be drums.
I think that lights up at night when you hit them, but I'm not sure.
Today, well, we're coming back tonight then.
Led by Imagineer Joe Road, the project aimed for authenticity and storytelling, resulting in two main attractions, Avatar, Flight of Passage, and Na'vi River Journey. This innovative land showcases Disney's commitment to immersive storytelling and cutting-edge design, offering guests an unforgettable journey to a distant and fantastical world.
And as good as it looks in the day here, you need to come back at night because it's just something else. It's just absolutely fantastic.
At night, the atmosphere changes dramatically with fluorescent lighting that really brings out the magic of this amazing place. It really is breathtakingly beautiful.
And Pandora also boasts some of the most interesting, themed and gluten-friendly food that you can find in Disney parks. So we're heading over to Satu'li Canteen. So Satu'li's Canteen, we love coming here because I can eat like a queen. Over here, what we've got here is a combination bowl. It's actually one of the healthier things you're going to get in Disney, so if you don't want a burger, this is your place to go. And then just to be exciting today, got a gluten-free dessert, which I've not seen that before. I'm very excited by that. It's called Metcaina Mousse. I don't really know what's in it and what's on it, but we're going to try this nice fancy dessert. Always good.
And I've had exactly the same thing. I think it's chicken, beef, sweet potato and sweet and red potato hash, coleslaw. I'm gonna try some.
I don't even know where to start. You're gonna like that.
That's delightful.
I have to say that gluten-free is really good at Disney, but sometimes the desserts you do just tend to get a standard sort of gluten-free little donut or with some ice cream on the top. With that, go for it, have it. Definitely get yourself a big old mouthful of chocolate. And this is why we come to Satu'li Canteen, because it has choices that are as well themed as the rides and the land, and it all fits in together.
And last of things to do on our list in Animal Kingdom is Flight of Passage, which is probably the best ride in all of Disney. So, what a better way to end the day?
Flight of Passage is an exhilarating 3D flight simulator attraction. Guests embark on a breathtaking journey through the awe-inspiring landscapes of Pandora, riding on the back of a banshee. This attraction combines what was, for at the time, groundbreaking technology in a large theatre, as well as great storytelling and awe-inspiring visuals to create an unforgettable experience. The queues can get a little long for this one, but there's a good reason for that. I remember the first time we rode this way back in 2018, the queue was like about 3 hours long and stretched all the way out to the Festival of the Lion King and back, and that was at park opening. Saying that though, it was fairly new at the time, so you don't really need to worry about lines that long anymore, though there will still be a line pretty much most of the day. We must have ridden this about 15 to 20 times over the years, and I never get bored of it. Some people will argue and say Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind or Rise of the Resistance are better rides, but for me, nothing beats, especially for that first time, as you take to the skies on the back of a Banshee. This isn't the only attraction here in Pandora, and if you want something a bit more sedentary, you can try Na'vi River Journey right next door. It's a dark ride with beautiful theming and one of the best animatronics Disney has to offer. Saying that, it, like Flight of Passage, can often have long wait times, and I personally tend to avoid it if the wait line is too long. Here we are again at the end of the video. That's 2 of 4 parks down now, with Epcot up next, which is probably my favourite Disney park. If you enjoyed the content, a like, comment or a subscribe really helps a lot, so feel free. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one.